The pterosaur Quetzalcoatlus was the largest known flying animal that ever lived. With an impressive wingspan of up to 36 feet, this creature was as big as a small airplane. But how exactly did such an enormous dinosaur fly? Several theories exist regarding the flight abilities of the Quetzalcoatlus. One hypothesis suggests that it employed a combination of flapping and soaring techniques. To take off, Quetzalcoatlus likely utilized its strong legs to propel itself into the air and then employed wing flapping to gain altitude. Once airborne, the creature could have taken advantage of thermals, updrafts of warm air, to guide and maintain flight. Another hypothesis proposes that Quetzalcoatlus was a glider. This idea stems from the observation of its long, slender wings. Gliders typically possess such wing structures as they rely on generating substantial lift without the need for extensive wind flapping. As for which theory is correct, it is possible that both theories hold some validity. Quetzalcoatlus might have employed a combination of flapping and soaring techniques for its flight. During the Cretaceous period, dinosaurs and marine reptiles thrived on land and in the water, establishing their dominance. Nonetheless, there was another group called pterosaurs, which ruled the skies with great authority and power. So let's get to the point, which is, how did this enormous dinosaur achieve flight? One of the most impressive creatures to dominate the skies during the late Cretaceous period, approximately 70 million years ago, was the mighty Quetzalcoatlus. Its immense size was evident to paleontologists when they discovered its fossils in 1971. In recognition of its remarkable dimensions, the founder of the bones named it after the giant Aztec deity known as the feather serpent god. In addition to its Aztec-inspired name, the founder of a prominent aircraft manufacturing company bestowed the species name Northrop upon Quetzalcoatlus. This name honors the company's founder. Later, another species of Quetzalcoatlus, called Quetzalcoatlus lawsoni, was discovered. Although the Northrop remained the more famous and larger of the two species, despite its unquestionable status as a colossal creature, there have been ongoing debates about the exact size of Quetzalcoatlus northropi and its comparison to other massive pterosaurs. Initially, it was thought to possess an enormous wingspan of 21 meters, or 68.9 feet, exceeding the width of an F-22 fighter jet. Unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, for the creatures it lived alongside, it was soon realized that these initial estimations were exaggerated. Over time, paleontologists revised their calculations and now believe that Quetzalcoatlus likely had a wingspan ranging between 10 and 12 meters, or 33 and 39 feet. This still makes it larger than an F-16 and by far the largest flying creature in its ecosystem. In addition, when standing on the ground, Quetzalcoatlus northropi was as tall as a giraffe. The weight of this creature has also sparked debates, but recent studies indicate that it weighed approximately the same as a medium-sized adult grizzly bear. On the other hand, the lesser-known species, Quetzalcoatlus lawsoni, was estimated to be around 55% smaller in terms of wingspan and significantly lighter. Although still impressive, it is not as remarkable as its larger counterpart. Nevertheless, the title of largest pterosaur ever was eventually challenged by other discoveries. While Quetzalcoatlus remained a significant giant for a long time, other enormous pterosaurs emerged that rival its size. One such example is Hatzegopteryx, a massive pterosaur found in Europe. The Hatzegopteryx had a wingspan similar to that of the Quetzalcoatlus, possibly slightly smaller, but still, it surpassed the Quetzalcoatlus in terms of weight due to its stocker build and larger skull. Nevertheless, Quetzalcoatlus remains the largest known pterosaur in North America, retaining its epic status. Its immense size has raised questions among paleontologists regarding its flight capabilities. In 2010, there was a suggestion that it might have been too heavy to fly, leading to the idea that it lived predominantly on the ground for activities such as hunting and resting. Anyways, the flightless hypothesis did not gain significant support, and the prevailing consensus among paleontologists is that Quetzalcoatlus was indeed capable of flight. Though, there has been some ongoing debate about the flying abilities of this dinosaur. A particular study put forth the idea that it was an impressive flyer. According to the paleontologists behind this research, Quetzalcoatlus would engage in brief bursts of power flight, followed by gliding to conserve energy. They proposed that during soaring, it could achieve speeds of up to 130 kilometers per hour and maintain this pace for an impressive duration of 7 to 10 days, allowing for a remarkable flight range. Yet, there is disagreement among researchers regarding the prolonged flight capabilities of Quetzalcoatlus. Some studies suggest that its size may have hindered its ability to remain airborne for extended periods. Instead, it is proposed that Quetzalcoatlus likely flew sporadically and covers short distances. Even so, the consensus among these studies is that when Quetzalcoatlus did take flight, it possessed impressive flying strength. This can be attributed to its large breastbone, which houses the necessary muscles to generate the power required for aerial locomotion. The Quetzalcoatlus, a remarkable pterosaur, was able to take flight thanks to its robust hind legs rather than its wings. These powerful hind legs allowed the Quetzalcoatlus to leap into the air. It would flap its wings to sustain its flight beyond its ability to fly. This enormous pterosaur's hunting habits and diet have piqued the interest of paleontologists. Initially, it was believed that the Quetzalcoatlus did not primarily feed on fish, as the fossils discovered were found far away from the coast and any significant bodies of water. Initially, it was believed that the Quetzalcoatlus was a scavenger specialized in consuming dead sauropods. The frequent discovery of Quetzalcoatlus fossils alongside sauropod remains supported this. While it also preyed on small animals occasionally, scavenging was thought to be its primary feeding strategy. In the late 1990s, new research suggested that the Quetzalcoatlus was actually a skimmer, adept at catching fish as it flew low over water surfaces. The particular shape of its beak, which was long and curved at the bottom and left a space between the upper and lower jaws, had an impact on this concept. This distinctive beak structure made it difficult for the Quetzalcoatlus to strip flesh from carcasses, leading to the proposal that it was instead adapted for catching fish. The long neck and toothless nature of the Quetzalcoatlus provided further support for the idea that it was a fish eater. However, there were two main issues with this theory. Firstly, the Quetzalcoatlus fossils were exclusively found inland, away from large bodies of water. Secondly, its large body and wingspan would have created too much drag, making skimming for fish energetically demanding. In 2008, a new study proposed an alternative hunting and feeding style for the Quetzalcoatlus. It suggested that the pterosaur behaved more like a stork, hunting small prey such as mammals, lizards, and possibly small dinosaurs on land. Additionally, it would make use of small streams, ponds, and rivers to catch fish and crustaceans, broadening its diet and hunting strategies. According to this new perspective, the Quetzalcoatlus had the ability to scavenge opportunistically, but was not specialized for it. This hypothesis aligns with the pterosaur's energy conservation strategy, as it would allow them to conserve energy when possible. Due to its large size and flying capabilities, the Quetzalcoatlus likely faced minimal threats from predators while on land. Despite the widespread acceptance of this interpretation, the debate surrounding the feeding habits of the Quetzalcoatlus continues. The Quetzalcoatlus was a highly successful pterosaur, as evidenced by its abundance in the Texas region, where it primarily lived. The ecosystem during that time consisted of lush forests, freshwater ponds, and rivers. It is likely that there were also dry seasons, during which the Quetzalcoatlus could have utilized its flying ability to locate fresh water sources. While it was one of the most populous animals in its ecosystem, it coexisted with a diverse range of other species. These included Alamosaurus, Bravoceratops, Griposaurus, Critosaurus, Dromaeosaurus, and another species of pterosaurs. Quetzalcoatlus became extinct around 66 million years ago, alongside the dinosaurs. The exact cause of its extinction remains uncertain, but a significant asteroid impact is a possible explanation. Despite being extinct, Quetzalcoatlus remains a fascinating creature, serving as a reminder of the incredible diversity of life that once inhabited Earth. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video about Quetzalcoatlus. If you did, please like and subscribe to my channel for more videos about dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures.